As our heroes returned from the realm of Destira, they were bloodied, beaten, injured. But before they had time to rest and rejuvenate, Lerotz's tavern was visited by a contingent of magisters. Quick thinking, Vamahk opened a portal to a demi-plane, where he, Cad, Luna, Mick, and Val stepped inside, safe for the time being, while Bartholomew, Brynjir, and the unconscious Ralandir were left behind. Bartholomew had just returned with a doctor, a surgeon, to help revive Ralandir, and as this surgeon worked below, Ralandir coming to, he noticed quite an imposing figure stalking down the stairs. Magister Mordin had discovered him. Now, in this scene, with Ralandir still prone, the surgeon still above him, stitching up his wounds, Mordin approaches, coming down the stairs with a amused expression on his face. He looks at Ralandir and he says, "My oh my, I know you, don't I? Yes, it's been some time since Threshold, but I recognize that face. I imagine the bartender and that damnable Demlik man are also in your employ, though," and he kind of just stops in the middle of the stairs, looking around. "Where in the world are the others? I believe you had quite a few more in your company. Another Demlik man, if I remember, or at least one who looked like him." And he gives a wink. "Some tale. I believe there was an Elveret, if I'm not mistaken, and an Elfkin. And not only that, but a Mazkin were in your company when you returned from those plains of the Valors. Yes. Whatever happened to all of them?" And he continues his way down the stairs, just looking about at all this, at the summoning circle and these massive pillars covered in sigildry and artificery. If he weren't quite the terrifying figure, it might even seem that he's impressed.
Just for my sake in understanding what state Ralandir is in, he was just brought back. What, is he at 1 HP? Is he at, 50? Is he in a better shape than terrible, or is he just barely on the cusp of consciousness?
You're doing okay. The surgeon has had some time to work on you. You've been revived. You're stable. You're not gonna die.
Kind of struggling to get into a seated position from being prone on this stone floor. Ralandir shakes his head slightly, now coming more into focus to see Mordin as he's, descending down these stairs talking to him. Yes, it was quite the group we had, but they've all gone and abandoned me now, you see. All I have left is this innkeep, a Demlik man out there. It's not much.
It's not much of anything, quite honestly. I thought you'd be better off by now. After all, you came back as Godborn, didn't you?
Yes, I did. And kind of motioning towards the circle on the ground and noticing Mordin's interest in it. Doing my best to do something with that, but like I said, a bit hard with not many hands.
No, I don't imagine so. However, you must understand that from my perspective, this is all a little strange. For you see, it is in my prerogative to seek out and, how to put this lightly, well, I guess there isn't a way, to destroy things such as this. And he just motions to the summoning circle around you. In fact, if you weren't a Godborn, I'd kill you on the spot. Though I think you'd be much more useful to the church and the magisters, alive for now.
Figured you had something that you wanted from me, otherwise you wouldn't be here now, would you? And Ralandir kind of struggles now up to his feet.
Here's what I don't understand. The magnitude of intent that we've detected here. It just doesn't suit you. Perhaps, yes, this place, but these runes, this sigildry, it's all for energy, not direction. It would not take much to activate this circle, to send someone far, far away. So, unless you are this source of intent, I fear you're hiding something, or someone much greater than yourself. Ralandir, was it?
Yes, good of you to remember. I'm actually surprised that you do. I'm sure Bartholomew has given you all a warm welcome. I thought I heard some other voices as I was coming back to consciousness. Anyways, you are free to take a look around. You have no qualms here.
Of course I'm free to take a look around. I have absolute authority here. As if I would need your permission in the first place. You are free to accompany me to Mainstay, where you will be held. And I believe your friend, Bartholomew, was it? The barkeep, I assume.
Yes.
And your irritable Demlik fellow, they might as well come along.
Well, I don't know how Bartholomew's going to take to that. He just acquired this place, you see. He really should be here to find patrons such as yourself and your other magisters, but I, of course, am willing to oblige and come with you.
Then it's settled. You there, Doctor? Finish your work. You've got an hour, and then meet me and the others upstairs.
I will, take it that there are still more of you up there taking part in good Bartholomew's patronage. I would hate to think that there weren't enough drink and food for me, as I just have come back from the brink of death, you see. And Ralandir starts to make for going up the stairs.
The doctor grabs you and is like, no, you're not ready.
No, you can come along with me then. Tend to any additional wounds we need to up there, if that is all right,
It's
of
like
course.
holding an intestine right now. It's just like,
Yeah, it's like the stitches are popping out.
Magister Mordin just shakes his head and is like, very well. And I'll admit, your Bartholomew has been quite disarming to the rest of my magisters, but not to me. And he tromps back up the stairs.
Does he just walk on without waiting for Ralandir?
Oh, for sure.
Okay. As he gets up to the top of the stairs, Ralandir, kind of collapses back down onto his knees.
And the surgeon's like, idiot, I told you.
I know. Is it possible, am I okay to go up and you can tend to me there, or is it really that bad?
I mean, it'd be better if you were lying down. It'd be better if you were asleep. But we'll make do.
At this point, there's just some faint glimmerings of sparks and other lights that kind of appear throughout Ralandir, and he's going to heal himself for 25 HP. He's using part of his lay on hands pool.
Nice.
And just to kind of bolster and solidify any of the healings that the doctor has already done to try to not make matters worse by going upstairs.
Then outside, still in the cold, I believe Bartholomew and Brynjir had just broken down the outhouse and we're heading back to the main parlor.
Yeah, I think we were walking towards the door. If I'm not wrong, we had a little chat, and we were just about to walk in. I don't know if Mordin's already back up or no.
No, you've got a minute until he does.
Now, look, I've got a little bit of the thing going on here with the Magisters. So I think if you just want to hang out here, keep your cool for a little bit, I should be able to finagle this in a way that no one gets hurt, and hopefully no one comes back.
I think I might go get myself changed first.
That's actually a better idea. Why don't you hide up shit, man? You got a brain on you there, Brynjir. I'll tell you that much for nothing. You got a brain on you, son. All right, let's go. But remember, keep it cool. Keep it cool. Comes in with a little swagger, Bartholomew.
Brynjir goes in looking kind of beaten and tired, but is starting to go upstairs to go get a change of clothes.
As Brynjir goes upstairs, you do pass a magister who is exiting one of the other guest rooms. You see the frightened man who was pissing in the stable, or the shed outside, who must have just gone through a short interrogation. The magister slams the door and glares at Brynjir as he then walks back down into the parlor. In the parlor, there are two magisters seated at the bar still. One is rummaging through different cabinets and drawers in the parlor itself, and then that leaves one coming down the stairs and two more somewhere else in the inn.
Bartholomew will approach the two magisters that are currently sitting in the parlor. Everything go fine in your inspection? Any problems that I need to be concerned about there, gentlemen?
None at all.
Excellent. Would you like another drink just to top you off here?
Both of them share a stupid grin and nod at you.
So I take a barrel of ale. I just reach behind there, grab a couple of fresh mugs, fill them up. And Bartholomew is actually going to... So he said, Brynjir saw one of them. There's two more in an unknown place in the inn somewhere where we don't know.
Yes.
And you also don't know where Mordin is. You were expecting him to be waiting for you.
That's a great question then. Actually, yeah, then upon giving them the two drinks, I just turned them and said, Now, where'd your boss go here? I was going to take him downstairs with me. Those creaky steps there.
One of the Magisters is busy downing this mug. The other one is hungrily eyeing this newly tapped barrel, his eyes shifting between it and you, and he goes, Mordin. Oh, Mordin, yes. He's with you, good sir. And you see that they're obviously a bit too gone.
All right, I'll tell you what. Here. I see your eye there, boy. You don't fool me. I'll tell you what, let me get you one more. He gets another fresh mug. He takes the mug from the guy, fills it up. Another fresh mug, fills that up, puts both of them in front of him. One more for the other guy as well. I'll just go looking then. Don't worry about it. You all stay safe. Thank you for your service. And he's going to go upstairs, and he's going to try to find the other two. I guess in this case, he only knows about these two. And there's a total of 6, including Mordin. So there's 3 who he doesn't know where they are.
Not including Mordin.
Not including Mordin. So there's one that Brynjir passed. The 2 here.
Yeah, who comes down to the parlor. There's 2 at the bar, and there's one in the parlor already who's rummaging through shelves and cabinets.
Bartholomew will walk over to the one who's kind of rummaging through things. Also, once again, got that mug of ale. It says, is everything okay there, sir?
That all depends on what I find.
No, of course. I totally agree with you, sir. I just wanted to make sure that everything was well. I understand it's thirsty work doing a search. Would you care for something? A refreshment?
Set it on the bar, and I'll take it later if I so desire.
Well, you know what I say, the customer's always right then. Tell you what, feel free. If I might indicate you towards something, there is a shady-looking man who generally sits in that seat over there, and he just points to a random chair. No one ever sits there regularly, but he always looks at me with these shifty eyes. I used to think it's because he liked to steal, but I was proven false in a rather loud argument between him and management. So, just saying, that's where I would look. But worry ye not, I'll go check on your companions, make sure they're doing well as well. So he's going to search for the other ones, upstairs.
Then Bartholomew heads off into the inn. We're going to flash over to this little demi-plane where Val, Cad, Mick, Luna, and Vamahk wait patiently for, what is it, Noah? 8 hours to elapse?
Hey, I don't make the rules. Warlocks only get like one of these 8th level spell slots and gotta take a long rest.
We do need to rest, so. We had been playing a card game. I imagine that has settled down.
Probably. Luna's up and pacing again. She's rather restless. Cad is just sitting, hands behind his head against one of the walls, kind of drumming his feet on the ground.
Before nodding off, Vamahk looks over at Cad and he says,
Kadagas, is there a way to use intent to prohibit the further use of intent?
Of course there is. The humans have broken it down into different schools, which, though archaic in nature, actually makes things a bit easier on the mind. They call it recantation. It's the cancellation of intent, or, on a more deeper level, the stripping of essence from objects, things, people even.
Interesting. And could this recantation be used in a way similar to the runes in the basement, the ones used to transport us to the various planes? Could such runes be carved then to lay a trap that would simply prohibit the use of intent while within its area?
Artificery is an exact science, so achieving such a broad and general goal would be more difficult than not, to be fair. It is an excellent idea, and I doubt that no one's ever tried it, though I've never seen a successful implementation of such a runic lace.
So it must be more specific, perhaps limited to prohibiting a specific individual.
Yes, that is feasible. But again, unless you're well versed in inscription, I doubt that it would come easily to you, this process.
And are you well versed in inscription?
I may be.
I was simply thinking it would be quite useful if we were able to make a room such as this one into a trap, and perhaps the next time we encounter the unpleasant man who visited the inn, if we could get him in here, he would be trapped in here for as long as we see fit.
Perhaps not as long as you see fit, for it pains me to say this, but Magister Mordin is probably one of the most powerful intent users of the human race. Though, for a time, I imagine our combined skill could contain him, if such a trap were laid and executed to a perfect degree. Again, it is an exact science.
Perhaps then a short time is all we need. Trap him in a room such as this, filled with poison, and he would not be able to escape, but would choke on his breath. Simply an idea, but I am tired now. I believe I must rest.
And Cad just gives you a nod and kind of just continues staring into the different corners of the room. If Vamahk is taking a nap, then Luna's going to pace over to where Mick and Val are, and she's just going to look down at the two of you and be like, Can you honestly just sit there? I'm just thinking about all the things that could be going wrong. I can't sleep. That's it. I'm just going to say it. I couldn't possibly bear to sleep right now.
I will walk with you if you like.
Oh, the what? Back and forth across the room?
That is what you were doing, is it not?
Luna pouts. And then she goes back to pacing.
Val will kind of glance at Mick like, I'm not very good at this, and then stand up and just sort of like very gently follow along by Luna.
Just follow. You know, Luna, it doesn't do us any good to dwell on worries and so forth. Take it from me. I like playing games. I like playing the lute. I like singing. I like doing a lot of things to distract myself. Have you thought of things to distract yourself?
Well, I guess when I was younger, I used to conjure up little things. Figurines.
What sorts of figurines?
I don't know. Animals, trees, flowers.
Ooh, I have a thing that I would like to do. Val would like to cast it'd probably have to be a major image, which is stupid, but I'll make it small. Figurine of my giant horse that I had that one time.
The one with the flaming hair?
Yeah.
The one that looks like me. And I will use my illusory reality to make it real.
Oh, very nice. So what does that look like?
Yeah, so Val will just sort of like hold up a hand and conjure an image of a very large, because kin horses are quite large, a very large horse with sort of shale gray coat and then yellow hair that is exactly like his because he has no subtlety whatsoever. And then just kind of with a little like plink, it sort of manifests physically in his hand and he'll offer it to Luna.
She gives a sweet smile and takes it and is like, that's nice.
He kind of like shrugs like, have I ever been mean to you? But that's not really what he's trying to communicate.
Luna, she's wearing a bit of a half cloak and she just wraps it around her shoulders a little tighter, pulls it closer to her and settles in on the ground, kind of just eyeing this figurine that Val gave her. And she does look over at Mick and says, would you mind terribly playing something? If we are going to be here for so long, might help me doze off.
I was just thinking that. And Mick plays a song of rest, and for short rests, and then after that, I'm assuming all of us fall asleep to that.
I think so. So while everyone in the demi-plane sleeps, back outside, Mordin comes to the top of the stairs, sees his bedraggled magisters, and rolls his eyes. Ralandir and the surgeon, I assume, aren't too far behind him.
Yep, just a minute or two behind.
Bartholomew, it doesn't take long for you to find the other two magisters as they finish interrogating different guests and are on their way back to the parlor.
How much time would you say has elapsed? It doesn't sound like a lot, so
1 to 5 minutes.
Okay. Brynjir is just in his room, wiping himself down and getting himself changed still.
Yeah, Bartholomew, the magisters are, to your knowledge, all back in the parlor, and it's just you and Brynjir here on the upper floors now.
All right. In that case, Bartholomew has looked in all of the rooms up top, right? Which he's smart enough to know that means the Mordin has gone downstairs. So Magister Mordin has gone downstairs. So he says to Brynjir, he just looks at him and says, now, I have looked in all the rooms up here and in the parlor, and I cannot find Mordin, which makes me believe he has gone downstairs. Unfortunately, that means he has probably found Ralandir, who, as a dear friend of mine, I'm pretty sure might have been the person he was looking for. I think he uses intent.
And at this moment, you hear Ralandir's voice actually calling up the stairs to you. Bartholomew, are you up there?
All right, well, I think he must have found him. So maybe wait here. Come if you hear someone screaming. And Bartholomew, clearly with haste, but not necessarily like running, goes downstairs. Upon seeing Mordin and seeing Ralandir, he says, looks like you're up now. See, I found my friend here. He's the guy who gave me the job here. So let me tell you what, another round for everyone then? You look like you could use one, Mordin. You're looking like a happy man, and I know that a happy man needs an ale.
If you ever call me by my first name alone again, I'll rip the flesh from your body.
Now, sir, I am truly sorry. That was uncalled for on my part. That demonstration of disrespect. I was just so startled to see this man up on 2 feet again that I must have lost my manners. Oh my goodness. Sir, I insist. Let's all take a drink here. This is my grandmammy's mulled wine. We'll make all this better here. Here, I'll get a cup for everyone. And he starts going. He's getting cups for everyone.
Ralandir turns towards Mordin. Yes, will we be staying for a drink then?
I suppose so.
I could definitely use one. One over here, please, he says, gesturing towards Bartholomew.
All right. The air is filled with a delightful, spicy, cinnamony, kind of cinnamon cloves. Probably some nutmeg in there too. A lot of citric orange, along with this deep wine undertone, a real deep red wine. It's been distilling a little bit because it's been boiling. It's, clearly alcohol boils at a lower temperature than water. And so it's not super alcoholic, but it is, it's good. It's good. So he gives out a couple of...
It's tangy.
Gives out a couple of mugs to everyone, those little Mullen wine mugs, and just says, now, this will change your life, I promise you. To a good, successful trip here. I'm so glad that y'all are here. And he raises his cup for like a cheers.
And Ralandir kind of raises it and then kind of holds his side, but still raises it nonetheless.
Intestines still falling out, just like, no, I'm good.
The surgeon raises his mug, but his eyes are trained on Ralandir. The Magisters all partake as well, except for Mordin.
Ralandir takes a swig.
Okay, well, upon seeing Mordin not drink, Bartholomew also drinks. I saw him seeing Mordin not drink. Now, sir, have I offended you to such an extent? I am truly sorry. I cannot believe that I dare call you by... It's just entirely my fault. I am so sorry, sir. How can I make it better? It's just, in my culture, I know it's strange, but not accepting the gift is... I feel like I've done something. Please, just tell me how to make it better. Magister, truly.
Tell me, what culture would that be exactly? You appear fellish. Where are you from?
Are you familiar with the southern part of our fair land? Deep down there in the south?
Are you referring to Taylor or the southern reaches of the kingdom?
This is the southern reaches of the kingdom. Because you see, I was born there right on the border with Taylor. Interestingly enough, and I'm not surprised you brought this up because truly it is an absolutely amazing fact. You see, my grandmammy was part Tailic and was also part You see, it was more like and he goes off. He's talking not 20 minutes. He's just going, and he will keep talking, and I will keep talking if necessary, until Mordin either drinks or interrupts him.
Well, Mordin will not drink.
Okay.
But after a time, he does become noticeably agitated and says, yes, interrupting your story. That's all very well and good. It is late, isn't it? Here's what you can do, good man.
Of course.
You can put us up for the night in your finest rooms. Spare nothing but the best. And for our friend here, I'd like an adjoining room to his. He puts a hand on Ralandir's shoulder.
Ralandir kind of winces.
Now, that seems absolutely reasonable to me. Absolutely reasonable indeed. But I'll tell you what. Why don't I take you and our friend here up there right now? We'll get you the finest rooms that we have here in the inn, and then I can set up your comrades later.
Very well.
All right, well, after you, sir. And he gestures towards the room there, and he gestures towards Ralandir and the surgeon, and he kind of points them up that way, and off they go. He's going to find the 2 primary rooms. They will be the nicest room. If there is someone in there, he's kicking them out. And he's going to give them the nicest rooms in the inn, one besides the other, and then he will return and do something with all of the rest of the Magisters.
Ralandir goes with Mordin?
Yeah, he's pretty compliant with all this. Not to trying to cause a fuss or row or anything.
Mordin, before shutting his own door, says, Now don't try sneaking off or anything. I'll know. And then he closes his door. The surgeon steps around in front of Ralandir, putting 2 hands on your shoulders, like looking you dead in the eyes, pleading with you. And it's just like, please lie down. You are not well.
Yes, fine, all right. And Ralandir is barely able to stand now currently after not being laying down for so long, and he goes and falls on the bed.
Unless anyone else has something to do, and by anyone else I just mean Brynjir and Bartholomew, but a couple hours may pass as the Magisters will then sift out of the parlor and into their respective rooms.
Hold on, actually. Once I come back, I've got something to do with them.
Take it away.
All right, upon returning, have all of the Magisters partaken?
Yes.
They all must do a wisdom saving throw, please.
Yeah, I knew there was something. Do I have to do a wisdom saving throw,
no.
or did you?
No, I just won't cast the spell on you. I mean, I guess you could, but if you're not in the room, I actually have to talk to you for this to work, so.
Gotcha, okay.
I got 6, 12, 14, 12, 18, and nat 1.
Oh boy.
What's your save?
Okay, it's 18 then. Then we're good. So it worked on all of them but one?
Yes.
He barely passed.
All right, before I do anything, which one? Is the drunk guy the guy who passed, I guess?
No. The one who passed is probably the one who was rummaging through your stuff earlier.
Cool, so he's solid though, so there's no other mental condition that could be impeding him.
Uh-huh.
All right. Now, Bartholomew says to them, I am just so glad that we were able to resolve this issue. You all are some of the best men that I have ever had the pleasure to have in my establishment. And he is currently casting Modify Memory on all of these. And he is going to erase their memory of seeing Ralandir, of seeing any problem, of Mordin telling them to stay. And instead he's going to put in the memory that Mordin has left. They need to all go back to Bastion. And I'll provide a statement of what's happening, because you do have to describe what's happening, but that's the intent. So he's just going to say, I'm just so glad that we were able to resolve this issue. I mean, I would have been heartbroken, truly heartbroken if there was anything wrong, but you all being able to come out here, help out, have a good time, and then head on off to work. You all are the people keeping us safe. You all are the people keeping us moving. And I really thank you for that. Here, I have a little thing for you all, personally. And he goes to each one, and he gives them the eye of a rare tree frog only found in the western part of Tala. And he looks at each one in the eyes and he says, now listen, if you all eat this right before you're trying to find that pretty lady, or turning to one, or man, that you're interested in, you are going to be 100% successful. I don't know what it is, but my grandmommy always told me that it'd work, and I can tell you what, it worked for me, and it'll work for you. And he hands one to each of them, and he just kind of gestures them out the door.
So yeah, in this minute that you cast Modify Memory, you dictate to them these new events that take place and basically delete what they believed happened here. All but one, who looks on quite confused as the others start moving toward the door.
And Bartholomew treated him no differently. So he gave him the eyeball and everything. Just so you're aware, it was like he wasn't making it obvious that
Something's different about you.
something's different
Right.
about you.
But even then, this Magister is looking at his compatriots leaving the tavern, and then you proffering these gifts, and he's just confused as all heck, and he's like, what is going on?
And at this moment, you actually see Brynjir come up behind the man and start choking him out. Gets him in a headlock and makes him pass out.
Yeah, let's do a contested grapple here. I'll roll with disadvantage because you got him by surprise. So yeah, athletics or acrobatics.
Let's go athletics, because that's 24.
All right, the Magister got a 20, so you got him. I'm going to say that Magister is kind of like, and then you squeeze his windpipe, cut off that blood flow. A couple seconds later, he's just out cold.
Sleeper hold, baby.
Oh yeah.
The parlor is clear of danger.
How late is it?
It's late. The sun is down.
Is it like past dinner time? Or would it be
Yes.
weird? So it'd be weird if I went up to Magister Mordin's room and offered him food.
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool.
No weirder than anything else you've done.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it would annoy him regardless of the hour.
You guys telling me that Modify Memory wasn't a great move?
Oh no, that was
that
amazing.
was a great move.
That was awesome.
All right. Now, between you and me, we got 6 out of the 7. But I have a sneaking suspicion that the 7th will be the worst. Any ideas?
Well, the last time I tried to touch him, my hand disappeared, so I don't know what I could do. I feel like someone with intent might have better luck than myself.
All right, well then I got a question for you. If he didn't have intent, do you think you could take him?
Without a doubt.
Interesting. Well, I think I'm going to need to sleep on this one then. You haven't eaten yet. Where are my manners? Let me get something for you there, man. Oh, Brynjir, you and me, you just the man I needed to see. And Bartholomew will busy himself preparing something for Brynjir to eat. He will bring food up to the surgeon and to Ralandir, make sure that they are all well fed, before going to sleep himself.
While Bartholomew is making the food and everything, Brynjir does go and check on Ralandir, see how he's doing.
Ralandir is out cold. The surgeon has administered an anesthetic, set him to sleep, and will work through the night to get rid of his lethal wound.
Yay, doctor.
Bartholomew's going to include a really stiff coffee for that surgeon then.
He appreciates it.
I think Ralandir would have just said the next opportunity you get to the doctor to pass off something.
Oh, all right. So as Bartholomew comes up and delivers said coffee, the doctor actually goes, just a moment. And he pulls a little note out of his pocket. He says, "This is from your friend here." And he just points to the unconscious Ralandir. He said it was for a Vamahk. Here you go. And he hands you the folded paper.
Bartholomew takes the folded paper and goes, Vamp? I don't think I know any Vamps. What? And he's going to start reading through it.
And it says, "My friend Mordin is taking me to Mainstay. Take special care of any guests while I am gone. If anyone asks after me, tell them I am visiting my friends there and am likely soon to go the same way as Otis. Take care and best of luck with the inn."
I love it. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's good. That's good.
You're about to be disintegrated? Is that what you're trying to tell
Yeah.
us?
No, he's about to be ripped in half. Don't you guys ever listen to the show?
Rebels still stood.
Well, the great thing is, like, only Vamahk is going to get the
only
reference.
Vamahk's the one who knows.
All right. Bartholomew reads through it, and he says, I have no idea what that means. Who the heck is Vamahk? And he's going to go downstairs. He leaves some food for Ralandir. He's probably going to wake up at some point. And he's pondering, who the heck is Vamahk, on his way down.
Does anything else happen during the night?
Bartholomew stays up late brewing some interesting concoctions.
Brynjir is actually going to, after he eats and partakes of many beverages, he's going to pass out from exhaustion.
Sounds just about right. And the night goes on in a strangely pleasant manner. As morning dawns and the sun comes up, a great crack echoes throughout the basement as a door-shaped portal appears. I'm assuming, Noah, if you'll...
Yeah. It's a door.
Vamahk leading the way as everyone exits into the portal room once more.
I want to know what kind of door. Are we talking about a Japanese sliding door? Is this a Dutch double door?
No,
It's
it's
French doors.
French
No,
door?
it's one of those. It's one of those. The little closet doors that have two panels that fold into like a V as you open it. It's like one of those.
One of those crappy plastic ones.
Why?
It's
obvious
like a
reasons.
under the stairs cupboard door where it's like short and just like triangular on the top for no reason.
For no good reason.
It just appears on the wall with a big slanted top.
Everyone has to duck under it.
Just like Harry Potter.
And this happens early. This happens at like 5 a.m. So presumably before the surgeon, Mordin, and Ralandir have awoken, and probably Brynjir as well. But I imagine Bartholomew, as a good host, is up and about.
I thought Brynjir got up at the crack of dawn with his shirt off.
He normally does.
Brynjir had a very eventful night, so maybe...
He basically died twice and came back to life.
That's true. That's true.
Jeez.
Bartholomew walks down the stairs and he just says, "Nah, I've got some good news and some bad news, but Vamahk, I think this might be for you." And he hands it to Vamahk.
What would you like me to do with this?
I suspect he would like you to read it.
Generally, that is what
Well,
He's blind, guys.
would somebody care to
Where's his
be honest?
Wait. Can Val open the letter up and hold it in front of his vulture's eyes?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Val will unfold the letter and hold it up in front of Vakos the vulture.
As Vamahk, vicariously through his vulture Vakos, reads this letter, he gets to the end of it, and he looks a bit troubled, and he says,
We must be off to mainstay. Ralandir is in grave danger.